Welcome back to Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa. I'm Rosa,
And I'm still Sharyn.
and as you all know, we are still Rosa and Sharyn.
Okay. Oh, that means we still together.
Yeah, we're back. We're
Show them
back.
the ring, babe, because people been making comments that I don't. Where's your ring at, babe?
Right here. Why is it a big
Oh
deal?
no, because people be calling, be writing us talking about. I didn't see Rosa with her wedding band. What's really going on?
I didn't wear it because under the ring I had some
No,
type
you ain't
of
gotta tell them
dry
that.
skin something, so
I
I
know.
was letting my
Yeah, she
hand.
took her ring off for a month or two.
Yeah,
But
I know we're
jeepers.
married. The ring doesn't tell me we're married. I know we are. So
Yeah,
we
well,
good.
and not only that, we thank you that you're tuning in and that you're paying attention. But don't y'all start starting no stuff.
Don't start none, won't be none, as they say.
My baby's so tough.
Well, we just want to thank you all for joining us once again. And if you're new and this is your first time, after this video, please like, subscribe, and share our
Yeah.
videos. We would love to have you part of
Welcome.
the Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa team.
Yeah.
So before we get into today's topic, y'all know what shout outs. My favorite part of the show.
Evidently.
No, just kidding. First shout out goes to Black American Lesbian Professional. Thank you for being a subscriber to our channel. Also, Love Never Fails 021.
Well, now.
I love that.
I love the
that.
title. Okay.
Thank you also for being a subscriber to Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa. I haven't heard from you in any comments, but I'm looking forward to upcoming comments.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least is Miss Killam. Go girl.
Kill him. Don't hurt him, but kill
I
him.
ain't mad at you. Love the name. Thank you for being a subscriber to Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa. And we want to wish all of the mothers out there a happy Mother's Day.
Happy
Thank
Mother's
you
Day.
so much for what you do for your children and for those who actually have never given birth but have children. You know what I mean? Happy Mother's Day to you.
You're still
too.
raising them. You're still qualified to be raising them.
Exactly.
And for those of us who no longer have our mothers, we have our heavenly mothers. Remember, no one's gone unless they're forgotten. I can't imagine 2 days to go by that I don't think of my mother in some way. And then when I look in the mirror, there she is.
Absolutely. So let's get to it. You want me to do the title?
Yes, please.
So, first of all, should I just give them a disclaimer? Cause
Yeah, oh, yeah, give me this
I
stuff,
want
please.
y'all to know that what we're talking about today, we have experienced it several times, but we're not professionals. We're just telling you what our experiences was with
Right.
it, and
So we're not professionals in the sense of we're not giving you no writing you no
professionals, period.
Yeah, we ain't writing you no subscriptions. We ain't tell you what you could do, not do. We're just telling you what happened to us. Okay, so we're talking to everybody out there in lesbian land and far beyond. So back over to you.
so anything
What
you
we gonna
all
do?
hear, you take it or not,
And take it for entertainment purposes, because look, you
good.
ain't suing me. I am not. Look, I ain't Dr. Williams, but I do play a doctor on TV.
She wants to play a doctor
Well,
on TV.
We have our fantasies.
So, but today's title is Keep a Friend, Lose a Friend.
Ooh.
So
That's
we
wearing me
will-
out just even hearing it. Oh.
So we will give you all what that means for us, and maybe if you want to just give them the backstory, or you want me to give
Oh,
them the
no.
backstory?
First of all, I'm not going to give you, okay, I'm going to give you some of the backstory.
Okay.
But the thing is, as I say often enough, like Rosa and I have we have friends, family, people who we connect with, people we know from different areas of our life. So we're not talking about anyone particular. We're talking about the situation. And yes.
Well, you're not talking about anyone particular.
Yeah,
I
because
might be.
I'm telling you
'Cause-
some things have gone on that I've noticed throughout my life.
Right.
Oh, now you may be speaking to a specific incident. All right, so we got to say that to clean it up, just to let you know, I ain't dogging nobody, we ain't trashing nobody, we ain't telling, we
No
ain't,
shade,
yeah,
no
we ain't
shade.
spilling the tea. Okay. However, we are going to speak our truth and tell you how it affected us. So go ahead, babe.
So we decided to talk about this because, and I can't say recently, but there has been some recent events that happened. But we had a couple who were Sharyn and I, both of our friends, and They're
Well, we
going
were
through a lot.
developing a friendship. Let's just say, yeah.
And they're going through a lot. So when you're developing a new friendship, the last thing you want to do is come into somebody's shit. So
Did you say that poo-poo word?
yes. So when I meet someone and they already got a lot of drama going on, I immediately back away.
Beep.
Sharyn, on the other hand, she got to be the counselor and talk to them, and
Let me help.
I could do something, But so recently, the friend visited us, and she's telling us her side of the story, and I'm telling my babe after she left, like it's two sides to every story, and I actually told her that too, and I, we like both of them. So what happens when you try to help one and the other one's upset? So that's kind of
and lose one, right?
Yeah. So you either lose a friend or you lose both,
right?
Because they get back together, then they both mad at you. And
right.
I got another story for that one, but so that's kind of where we came up with today's topic.
Keep a friend
and
lose
a
friend.
What do you help people at this point? Because somebody you're gonna be at a loss with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You're definitely going to be at a loss with somebody.
That's true. And so my preamble to that was the fact that we're all women, and women, what do? We're attracted to ourselves. So, we love women, and our good friends, our sisters, your closest relationship with the first woman in your life, which is your mother. Then you go into the world and create new connections with other women. And I'm talking about these are your buddies, these are your ride or dies. As one of my friends says, we've been friends so long, we go way back to Afro Puffs together. Now, that's a long time ago, y'all, right? For y'all in my age group, we go back to Afro Puffs together. So that's cute. So meaning they've definitely been knowing you a long time. But the focus of today, to get serious about it, is the fact that even though with the best intentions, you may be trying to help a friend, a real friend who's in your life. And who wouldn't? Right? That part of friendship is being there for one another. Right. You've been a friend, you are a friend, they are a friend. You need the same thing that you give.
And the situation can be different too, because if this friend that's going through something has been, like Sharyn said, a friend since Afro Puffs, then that's different, because it's like that's who your loyalty should be to. Y'all been friends
one would
before,
think forever.
Yeah, before the relationship started.
Right.
But if you all met people together, then it's kind of hard after the fact to say, like, who is going to be your friends if they were to split up, or do you even have to choose friends? And I think we talked about that at one time. On another episode.
And it's sad that you have to, but it's a reality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look. If you take her side, you're not taking my side, so you're no longer my friend. Some silly crap like that comes down. But like I said, we're real women living real lives, and sometimes it gets a little tough out there. So again, back to the title. Sometimes as we keep a friend, the cost of keeping a friend is that you may very well lose a friend.
Yes.
And it is indeed a difficult situation to be in, especially, like I said, this is not a casual relationship. This is a friend that's been in your life, for years, 20 years before you had your baby. Y'all go way back together. So that's what we're experiencing right now, and we're going to give you a couple of suggestions, based on how we navigated it. So you want to start, or I'll start, because I'm going to condense it real quick.
Go ahead,
you know what I mean? Rosa has friends. I have friends. Y'all know that, I'm a couple of years older. Couple years older than her, and so I got friends from way back too, and as does she. So the thing is, and it's not about her friend, my friends, or vice this or that. It's none of that. We're also at a point where we're meeting people together. Right. So it's it's kind of, I don't owe them nothing, you don't owe them nothing, other than a new friendship trying to be developed, if you will. Right. Make a long story short, here we go. So we meet friends, and usually with 4 people, one's gonna like one more than the other. Like, I really feel her. Oh yeah, she's an Aries too. Or like, oh wow, we got a lot in common. She runs, I run. I work out, she does. I don't eat nothing but Fig Newtons and so we can be friends, right? So you find out who you connect with a little bit more. Well, zipping along, we stories are exchanged and information and all of that, and then maybe you get together socially. Maybe we can go out to dinner sometime. Maybe look at movies, have fun. Blah 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 blah. Here we are right now. There's trouble in Tinseltown. They're having some serious relationship turmoil. Not my business, as they say, ain't my monkey, ain't my circus. But when a person comes to you and saying, "Hey, I'm in pain. Can I share my story with you?" What are you going to say? Of course.
Right.
Okay, I can.
And I can understand that because you want to be there and listen to the person. But honestly, if you don't ask my opinion on something, I'm not giving you any suggestions because I just don't like getting in people's business. I don't want you in mine, and I'm not gonna get in yours. And if I want you in mine, I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna be like, girl, let me tell you what happened.
Right. What do you think about this?
Right. But you can ask any of my friends how many times I might have come to them with something. Now, I'll tell my sister or, somebody like that. But it's not too many friends I'm going to be calling up like, girl, let me tell you what.
Can you help me
let me
out?
tell you what Sharyn did that pissed me off.
Again.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
and that's just not who you are. Rosa
right.
takes care of her own business.
Yeah,
right?
And don't get me wrong, we all need somebody to talk to.
Sometimes.
And that's why I pick and choose who I'm going to talk to. And it depends on how serious the situation is too. But at the same time, when you have two people who, I saw that it's not going to work.
No, well, it's trouble. Like we look after two connections, we knew. I said this ain't gonna work.
I don't think you said that.
I was thinking it. No, I was thinking that.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to, counsel anybody. Like, they came in with some issues.
Drama and trauma.
Right. And if you don't trust each other, then that's already a reason to just split. Like, trust is such a big thing. Every time somebody leave the door, you got to wonder where they're going. Every time,
somebody's gone for 3 hours, you got to call them by the 4th hour because like, where you at? Where you really at?
Exactly.
I miss you. Come on back. You say you were going to the gym. I went to the gym. You wasn't at the gym.
Or every time they just on a phone call, you trying to figure out who they talking to. Like, that's just, to me, is so unhealthy.
Good word. Good.
For you as a person and in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just not going to be dealing with that.
It had signs.
It's just not. But when we say, keep a friend, lose a friend, it's like you'll be damned if you do and damned if you don't. Because if you help one of them, the other one is always going to be upset.
Absolutely.
Like
you took sides.
And so when I say that, let me give you the example. So this particular case is the wife locked the wife out. So wait a minute,
who does that? Okay.
So the fact that the girl was locked out, she's just like, well, can I crash at your house or whatever? And Sharyn's like, yeah, let me ask my wife. Yeah, because I wasn't even talking to the girl. Sharyn was getting all the tea, and I was hearing the information through Sharyn. So Sharyn's like, yeah, you can crash or whatever the case may be. So now the wife who locked her out because she wanted to, I guess hurt her so much, like, don't think that people should be helping her because of that. She's upset with us. So it's like, really?
And this is not a long-term friendship. This is a new, in the last year, in the last 6 months or something like that. Like I say, so I'm not going back to like, oh, we've been friends since Philadelphia. No, we haven't. I don't even know your middle name for real. Okay. Right. But it's a friendship in the beginning of a friendship or some kind of connection with the four of us. With that, it wasn't long into that we saw, there's trouble. They seem to have some issues. And look, nobody's perfect. No one has the perfect relationship. But when you meet Rosa and I, you shouldn't just like, what's wrong with them? They hitting each other, cussing each other out, locking each other out. Who does that? And not just because of the age difference, but you know how you may be angry at your partner. It's like, look, I don't even want to talk right now. Look, I'm just going to be in the garage working on something.
Right.
Or I'm going to be working on my computer or something like that. But you don't lock each other out, do you?
It happens. And I was, I've dated An unhealthy person in a relationship,
Yeah.
which makes the whole relationship unhealthy.
Right.
If one person is just unstable, it's just not going to work. And I'm not saying that I was always the stable person, but I'm saying that I'm saying that when it's toxic, it's just toxic.
Right.
She didn't lock me out because we never lived together, but it's things like just the mind playing, and she did gouge my arm with her nails trying to stop me from leaving. I mean, it was just crazy stuff.
Oh, that touches on the violence, and that's
Yeah,
look.
and
We
that's-
talked about that already, but we ain't gonna get deep into it. But you
Yeah,
know what
exactly.
happens. We know what happens.
Exactly. And it's like you already know that this isn't a good relationship for me. So I understand a little bit of where the two couples are, because when you're in love and all them blinders are on, you see absolutely nothing but this, sweetheart of a person.
Right.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Because
Look,
they've done
look, the sex is good.
right. And they've done nice things. So
Right,
you're
right.
like, I know this person has a great heart. I know
Right.
this person, can be nice. So you try to overlook that when you think about this toxic shit that they just did. Like something
Yeah.
that just happened, you be like,
As I call it, giving them a waiver. Some behavior cannot be wavered.
Right.
It's got to be some things that you just don't tolerate.
Right.
It's simple as that. So what we're
and sometimes though, keeping a friend, losing a friend depends on who gets to the friend first with the story.
and wait a minute, and that doesn't mean that we're taking sides, but sometimes the first one with the hand on the buzzer, that's who you hear from
But
first.
it just right, because it is two sides to every story. But when you hear it first, and that person's making himself to be the victim, you just all you want to do is comfort them and give them that. So you're already kind of in your mind upset at the other person, like they did what, but you hadn't even heard that. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because when I was in this toxic relationship, she got to the buzzer first, because I'm not that person that's going to reach out and tell people about the issues that we're having.
Right.
So by the
right.
time she done talked to 5 of our other friends, they're looking at me like,
Rosa. Yeah, what's wrong with Rosa?
but let's spend it back, because in hindsight, they probably like, really? I listened to this crazy person, because it came out that she was crazy and all that, and it really was, everything that was happening. And so then what do? To even pick up the phone and say, girl, I thought this was the way it was.
And
you
it
can't
wasn't.
get that back. So you
Right.
lost. I no longer even hang with any of the people. And some of them I really enjoy and like. But it's like, yeah, no, we good.
It costs too much because
We good.
because of the friendship, because of the toxicity,
Mm-hmm.
of the relationship. It doesn't say self-contained. It spreads out to other people, because one thing about miserable people, they do like company.
Yep.
And sometimes if you just even giving an ear to it, it's almost like you giving like making it okay. You know what I mean? So anyhow, to stay on point here, so we had this new friendship, budding friendship, people in our life, and as Rosa said, I was listening to one more than the other, and number two, it's so we're women. So if you're telling me this sad story or serious situation, the first thing I'm going to like, well, how can I help? How can I help? Oh, that's too bad. I'm sorry you're going through that. How can I help you? Rosa, they having problems. I want to help her. And Rosa looking at me like, not so fast, not so fast. Let's hear what the other one says. And I'm like, I ain't really need to hear it, because I already kind of made up my mind. But when we heard the other person's side, I'm like, oh.
Right,
Oh.
because when that person came
Oh.
over here and was giving us all that, I was just like, her story seemed choppy. It just seemed murky to me. So
Yeah.
I'm not even getting into it. And she is the one that suggested we call the other person. She's like, can y'all just call her, because I don't understand what's going on. Okay, then I guess we'll call her. Because like I said, I'm not doing nothing. At first when she said that, I was like, call her and say what?
Right,
Like, I'm
right.
not calling her.
Look, we're all grown women, and look, I'm not trying to get into your business.
Right.
Truly.
So when she called the next day and said, call her, we were like, okay, let's call her. She answered. And the girl story don't seem choppy. It makes sense.
Girl,
And to me,
wait a
I
minute,
was
wait a
like,
minute. It was about as smooth as Law and Order. She truly ran it down to us, and I'm like,
And I'm like, and it's hard to get stuff past me. I'm sorry, but
Yeah,
if the stuff
yeah.
just doesn't make sense, I'm not saying that it's not true. I'm just saying if I don't
You got
believe
question,
it,
yeah.
I can't,
You can't support it. Yeah, can't support it.
I can't amen you. But one thing I wanted to say, what you said is because it's a new relationship, but that's not true because you did that with an older relationship.
Yeah. I'm not
And
saying
we lost
to
friends.
excuse it. Right,
Okay.
right. But I'm saying I don't care whether y'all been knowing each other 5 months, 5 years, or 50 years. The dynamics are still the same. It's just that the time is more of an important quotient. Like, look, we go back 30 and 40 years ago. I know I'm just going to hit you with the truth, and I'm going to receive the truth because our relationship can support it. This was not the particulars about this friendship, but some things are just the same. You tell me the truth, I'm telling you the truth, and I walk with my truth. I don't have to create a new lie for you because that's not what I do.
Right.
Truly, what you see is what you get.
Right.
I remember Rose and I, we went somewhere about 3 months ago, and the ladies, they came to me, they're like, oh, you guys look just like yourselves and you sound just like yourself. Well, who were you expecting?
No, they said we act just like like they expected us to
come off different. I don't know. But
I think it was more of a compliment, but it still was nice, for them to say that we act the same,
right? Because we
are the same and look the same, I guess. I don't know about that because I do try to get made up for the camera,
right, and you do
this
have
is
a
not my
different
everyday look. So.
What? No. I never know who's really coming on the show. That's gonna be my little Rose. Yes, all right. So to stay on point here, when we, as the title says, help a friend, lose a friend. Sometimes in being there for a person who needs you, and it's genuine and it's real and all of that, and you want to some kind of way give her comfort, give her solace or something, and then by doing that it's going to cost you something because all things have a cost to it. Absolutely. And then the cost will be I'm going to lose the other person because they'll feel like we took sides.
And you're going to lose both if they get back together.
Oh, let's know. Oh, look, they're going to be together by Thanksgiving. Yep. Bet, right? And guess who ain't going to be invited? Me and Rosa.
Yeah.
We ain't doing
We were trying to help them out. Case in point, got another example of that. So this is a long friendship, not long, but
yeah.
How long were you all friends?
It's been 10 years, 10, 12 years.
At least 10 years.
Yeah.
So Sharyn had a friend who was dating another friend, and it was kind of toxic too. They were in and out.
Ooh.
You don't really know when you call who what was really going on.
Look, excuse me, are those sirens in the background? No, is that a cop? Look, is that the fire department?
It was just really toxic, and
it was always drama with them.
Sharyn's friend was always sharing her stories with Sharyn, and the story just got worse and worse and worse.
Right.
Girls scared of her. She's scared of her. She whatever, calling cops, whatever it may be. So we met. She decided to get rid of the girl. She met somebody else who she had dated before, I believe.
Years ago, right.
And she invited us out to lunch with them. And
and it was food. It was good food. It was very nighttime.
So that was like a Saturday. That following Saturday, we were having a party.
Yeah.
Sharyn gives parties.
Mm-hmm.
We were having a party. So we had gone to meet her and her new friend who was really nice, and we were telling them about the party, like, you guys got to come, blah, 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 blah. And so I guess between that Saturday and our that Friday, because that's when the call came through, I think. That Saturday and that Friday before the party, Sharyn gets a call from the girl she used to date.
The ex.
From the ex.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, well, can I come to your party? And blah, 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 blah. And Sharon's like, well, so-and-so is going to be here. I don't want her to feel uncomfortable because that's who Sharon's friend was. That's who her loyalty should have been to.
Right. And it was.
I don't want so-and-so feeling uncomfortable. So, no, you cannot come to the party. And we don't want no stank. We know y'all toxic. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might get drunk and throw hands.
Look. Weren't you just at the cop station?
That's not the type of party we throw.
Right.
So I was backing Sharyn up with that. Okay. Fast forward. They had gotten back together at some point. And I guess
Wednesday night, I guess.
Right, by the time that call came in, they were back together because the girl was going to come, with Sharyn's friend. So they had got back together. But she never even said that on the phone.
We don't know.
She never even said, well, I'm coming with so-and-so. Okay, because we would have been like, we don't care who so-and-so brings. We just don't want any drama. Because if she brings
Exactly.
a new girl she's dating and you're her ex, it more than likely might be some drama, especially if it's new.
Right. And
And
you
it would've
ain't gonna
been
do
new.
that. Yeah, you ain't gonna do that in our
Not
home.
at our party. So, long story short, they got back together. Neither one of them came to the party. No.
Yeah, one did. The original friend did come to the party.
Oh, she came for a quick second.
Right, right.
She wanted to came for a quick second, left, and we found out they were back together, whatever. Now, everybody got to stink because we supposedly had said no to the girl, but we were only saying no because of the friend that was coming. But if
Right.
they were back together, she would have been like, no, it's cool. We're going to roll up in there together. We cool. You know, like, that's maturity. And the fact that you have to have a issue with us now, like, don't worry about me.
Look,
I ain't never
neither
got to
one-
be around them. And
Right, right.
You got that issue. We were just trying to protect one person by saying that.
Yeah.
Now, if you all were going to come together, that's fine. Y'all do what you do.
Right.
I'm just saying.
But
like,
now we're the bad guys.
Yeah.
Now we're the bad guys, and you know what? You got to learn from it.
So from here on out, they not getting invited to none of the parties.
Bye.
Period. Both of y'all immature.
Yeah.
That's my call. And if you know who you are when I'm telling this story, yeah, it's you. Immature.
So anyway, so again, back to the title. Like I say, sometime in helping a friend, being someone's refuge, just in a listening ear, whatever they may need from you at that time. Because oftentimes when people are hurting, they just want someone to hear what's going on in their heart.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need no money. I don't need to sleep. I don't want you to watch my dog. I just need you to hear me today. And if you take the time to hear them, you know what I mean? And, you know, and like, hey, I can't take the hurt away, but I can at least hear what's making you, why you in the blues cellar this evening.
Right.
So with that, it's a cost to that. Because now as you've been there for one friend, the other friend going to give you deuces. You know, so
Right.
to say, you know, to be there for her, you're going to lose her. And I'm like, the hell with all of them. You know what I mean? I mean,
but the only reason why you lost that one friend is because I know when they got back together, the girlfriend was like, we ain't talking to them because she ain't even said I can come to your party. I mean, it was some backstory.
I'm the bad guy.
And all the other friend had to say was, you know, look, she was just looking out for me. It's all good. It's nothing about you. I mean, don't take
Right.
it personal.
Right,
It wasn't
right.
a personal thing.
Right,
But
right.
now it became a personal thing. And, no. So nobody's friends and we're good.
We're good, yeah.
Now we do see them sometimes in
Hi.
certain
I'm wishing you the
circles.
best. You know what I mean? Truly, I'm wishing you the best always. You know, but it's just like it didn't have to be that way.
But why
And-
do we need to be like that as women? Just,
wow! Because
talk
we
to
feel
each
so
other,
much. We're emotional. We love
the
we love hard.
conversation. I know, but we need to have the conversation. And if it was my girlfriend, I would have had that conversation. And if we all needed to get together for tea just to make sure everything is okay, then let's do that. But we just don't do that, and that's so like frustrating. And that's why you just lose friends. And I mean, and most of the time, if you lost a friend, it's probably okay because they
really wasn't a friend yet.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
they got issues.
So, I just take it as a cool.
Yeah.
You help me out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, and
But-
Rosa's very much Aries. I mean, I'm a Gemini. I will try, and I'll try. And I know people talk about our duality. I get some interesting press as a Gemini. I like to think that I can see both sides of a story, and that I do love the fact that my wife is Rosa is very keen. She can see what's really going on, and I'll be like, well, it's not that bad. You don't know. Let's turn it over. And Rosa's like, and like I smell shit. And nothing smells like shit but shit. Some shit going on. So here it is. We don't give advice. We just share with you our stories and maybe give you a couple of suggestions. So let's just say you're in one of the situations when you got a friend and you're on the verge of losing a friend because of your friendship to that one. So, we don't give advice, but we do share with you the stories and the experiences that we've had, and we're all residents of lesbian land, but what you can do if you're talking to a friend and they're in the hurt locker, listen. Listening doesn't require any action other than you listening, paying attention, hearing.
Right.
Okay? Don't take sides. Whatever you do, don't take sides because
You ain't learned nothing today.
Don't take sides, okay? Because you don't know what's really going on. You only know what the person told you was going on. And like, girl, you don't want to get up in nobody else's business.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where do you even find the time? Don't give advice, because whether it works or doesn't work, they're going to come back at you. Well, you told me not to give her the $5,000. Like, whoa. I ain't said,
Right.
I said, think carefully, okay? When you loan money, don't
You may
expect
not
it,
get it back.
Right. If you cannot afford to live without it, do not give it.
Exactly.
Because and the one girl said, well, I loaned her my rent money. I said, well, you're too stupid for me to even talk to today. Click.
Right.
You know what I mean? What? And now you're crying that you can't pay your rent?
And now you got to borrow from somebody else when you had it?
Mm-hmm. You know, and
I'm just saying.
you know, look, we're black people, we're people of color, and we're all believers to some extent. Wish them the best. I pray for your happiness. I hope things turn out the best for all that is involved. Because
Right.
if not, girl, they are gonna look. They're gonna blame you for
Yeah.
breaking them up. You know, like, well, Rosa told me I should keep the car. Whoa, Rosa ain't told you no such thing.
Right.
No, she
right.
didn't. I just say think and think hard. You know about it. You know, can you afford to do what you're doing?
Yeah.
So,
'Cause you may get blamed anyway. But
no
I'm
matter
just
what,
saying,
because
just try to be neutral in all aspects.
of course you're gonna get blamed. You know, who the hell's gonna take the responsibility?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who's gonna say, you know, I messed up. I'm the reason why we're not together anymore. Oh, really? What? Yeah. What?
Right.
What Lifetime movie have you been looking at? You know, because most of us won't do it because we can't see our own errors.
Right.
And with the situations with the people, some people who come into our life. I will say this: there's another couple who just come into our life, and I find them delightful.
See, there she go again. They just came in, and she all.
But they nice people.
We don't even know them yet.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Everybody nice when you meet them at the beginning, right? They could be some crazies.
I ain't say. Well, I kind of know when I see evil Helen. You know what I mean? Kind of personality.
You do all the time.
No, but you, I give everybody an A before proving E. Rosa gives you an E. And
I
tell
don't.
you,
I like to observe and just check it out first, because it's something there. I haven't figured it out yet, but it's something there.
yeah, you called it the last couple of times, I have to admit. So, which means we don't discard our friends that we've had for a long period of time, but they know who they are, and we ain't got no problems. We rock, we roll, we have fun. We see them when we see them. They invited over, we invited over. We laugh, you know, and you go on with your life. You know, no drama.
Right.
You ain't looking at my babe. I ain't winking at yours. I'm not all, you know, people get caught up on some crazy stuff.
Right.
Crazy, you know, so, and that's why, you know, people, sometimes we get invited and me and Rosa will just go somewhere just by ourselves because no drama.
No,
we know each
drama.
other. We know each other well. Okay.
And I was gonna actually invite that other couple we were talking about earlier over for my birthday party, but I'm like, I don't want none of them coming. So neither one of them got an invite.
Right. And that's sad we had to go there. And then I'm thinking, you ain't going to mess up my wife's party. And the fact that we even got questions about you, you can't come.
Right.
Because we had it was about 45, almost 50 people here. No harsh words, nothing but fun, photos, music, food, dancing. Had a good time, and Rosa felt very loved. And she is totally embracing 50. And with that, she wants to do something wonderful for me in June. And I said, I just want nothing but to be with my boo. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't need no balloons. Y'all know I don't need no cake. Okay, but I'm going to get some. Okay, I'm going to get some. It's my birthday. So I'm just saying I don't need all of that, but the 50 is a big one. You know, because I surely had a big one for my 50th. So I say that to say I find most joy just hanging out with my wife.
Right.
And like I say, no drama.
Right.
No drama. So with that, I think we're a little bit over. But we just, you know, we don't have there's no magic pill that we can tell you to take to make everything okay. People come with their stuff, with their baggage, with their issues, with their bullshit.
Right.
And it's up to you to decide, like, yes, no thank you. And we don't even entertain that.
Right.
Right? Because we have to say no to some people. If I get a bad vibe, I'm like, I'm not going to go to the ladies' room and stay for 10 minutes while this heifer at the table. Right. Because she bad news. I just don't, Or like sometimes Rosa and I be together. I said, no, I'll go with you, boo. I'm with you because something ain't right.
Right.
You know, and if you don't feel comfortable at a place or around some people, there's a reason.
Yep.
So we're going to leave it there today. I think we're giving you more than enough to think about. I'm sorry we were trying to be a little sketchy with some of the details, only because we ain't trying to out nobody either for being bad people or whatever. Or,
Oh yeah, we're not gonna put their name on blast.
we're loving you. We're loving you. We're not putting nothing on blast. We're just talking about
even the last couple I was talking about, the long time couple. We ain't no shade with them. They just not gonna be invited to nothing else. But ain't no shade.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. But you do need to be aware of what's really going on, and what you're feeling is real. Don't dismiss it. And remember, we're women. We love hard. We are loving creatures. Yeah. You know what I mean? We love to love. We love friends. We like people. We love our lovers. All of that. And so when you have a friend, what do you want to do? You want to help them because you love them. Yeah. Okay, but just be careful and choose wisely. And every time somebody got some stuff going on, it's their stuff. Don't make it your stuff.
Absolutely.
Because truly, you probably got enough of your own stuff to deal with.
I know I do. That's why I don't get in people's stuff. Yeah. I got too much going on my girl. That's enough.
So again, we're definitely over, but always, until next time, we're wishing you the very best
of all good things. Stay safe and stay woke, and don't get involved.
Mm-mm.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.